You guys have probably noticed as well that the crypto space is in a really strange position right now. We've got many coins pumping all over the place, but they're not our main utility cryptos. What I'm talking about is if you check the performance over the last week, a coin will pop up, but it's not our XRP, it's not our Bitcoin. No, it's Pepe up 700% in a week. And like I've said it many times before, I'm personally a very big fan of following the trend. And what I explain on this channel all the time as well is if you follow the trends correctly, you'll make money on anything. Because again, today I've got news. I mean, there was some very interesting stuff that's happening for XRP as we have the XRP Las Vegas going on. And so a lot of people are making cool connections. A lot of alpha is being shared, but from a different side. At the end of the day, all I'm here for, guys, is to give you the information that you deserve the most and that you can do the most with. And if I currently feel as if meme coins are proper to talk about, I'll do that. Because again, at the end of the day here, I'm not here to make you buy my bags. I'm not here so hopefully you'll buy what I'm holding. I'm here to tell you what I think you need to hear the most and what you guys like to hear and what you guys like to talk about. Which is why I always ask for you guys to press that like button, because that way I also know that what I'm talking about is something that you guys like. Point being, right now I'm buying things like pizza, so it's just like a pizza with a P in front of it. I'm buying a couple of others like the Pepe and just some different meme coins right now, mostly just because it's pretty simple, pretty easy money. For a lot of these, the prices just do extremely well as exchanges are lined up. And even though it's not confirmed, it just makes sense for coins like Pizza to get themselves something like that. So that's all I'm saying right here. Just the fact that I think these coins will still push higher than the price that they're at right now. And that's it. Do with this information as you please. You don't have to buy anything. But I think the only people that hate on meme season is the people that are too hesitant to get in or don't know how to buy in properly. Just to put into perspective, if you're buying $10 worth of every meme coin from the 1st of January up till now, you'd have lost $18,000 and you would have paid like $50,000 in gas fees. But that's only half the story because the gains you would have made were over $1 million. That's $1.2 million. Why? Well, because again, it's the freaking season for it. I don't know how long it's going to last, but as long as it's here, I am buying other people's bags. Might sound stupid, but at the end of the day, with meme coins, that's what you're doing. You're always just buying in, hoping that somebody's going to pay more for it because there's no fundamental value here. So please don't think, oh, long-term holder for this project. No, think about it in a selfish way, but that does not mean you can't make a freaking ton of money with it. I spoke to a guy today that made $500,000 in a very short amount of time with meme coins. Not trying to convince you, just kind of showing you guys or making you understand that a lot more is possible than you might think. I even posted it here. I spoke to a guy that made over $540,000 from meme coins this week. It was even a week, okay? He was living paycheck to paycheck before it changed his life. I was actually on the phone with him or in a meeting with him where he explained just how much his life got changed in just a week. And the thing is, I know that coins like XRP, coins like XDC, coins like QNT, coins like HBAR, and many other coins will still have the same effect over the span of a year or two. Make sure that what you're doing, and this is a very important part here, is funneling profits that you're making from all these jokes, all this garbage into proper projects with longevity. I am not thinking that meme coin season is going to last forever. I am not bullish on memes forever. But we had a Dogecoin, we have a Shiba Inu, all those coins did so well. Just know what season you're in and act accordingly. Like I said before, the only people that hate meme coin season are people that didn't make a freaking ton of money with it. In the same sense that I don't really like NFTs. I never got heavily into NFTs and probably, all right, just gonna be fully freaking honest with you here. If I made 20 million bucks off of NFTs, I'd be pretty bullish on them. I'd be excited telling everybody just how much I like NFTs, but because it didn't make me a juicy sum of money, I never really got into it. So I didn't really know the game, didn't really understand the community, etc. Now with meme coins, I got in pretty early here in this sense, so even though the bag is not that severe, it's just fun because you're involved and I'm been with it for a little while right now. So you kind of are growing as these meme coins are growing in popularity too. Anyway, just wanted to say that because I don't want all of you guys to miss out for being too steady in your opinion of, no, I'm not buying anything. And missing out on the opportunity that way. Anyway, New York introduces crypto bill to tighten rules. The Attorney General yesterday announced a new bill aiming to bring tighter rules to combat crypto fraud. The Crypto Regulation Protection, Transparency, and Oversight Act proposes one of the most extensive sets of crypto legislation in the country. On May 5th, New York Attorney General announced tighter steps to combat the fraud and dysfunction that have become trademarks of crypto, a move that is likely to increase national attention to the multi-billion-dollar crypto business. The bill is touted to be one of the strongest ever, focusing on fraud patterns in the industry, with little federal control, potentially costing customers hundreds of millions of dollars each year. It's called the Crypto Regulation, like we said, Act, proposes one of the most extensive sets of legislation in the country, and it's aimed to bring transparency. And like I always say with these things, I'm always bullish on regulation, and I think that this year is going to be the stage for it all. We've talked before about how Ripple and Coinbase, etc., are now fighting that fight. Anyway, let's just look at this article. Ripple CEO issues a message to XRP supporters. Here's what he said. Well, taking a look at Twitter, you can see Brad Garlinghouse, he actually lost his verification. Well, that's interesting. He said, "Great to meet so many folks from the XRP community at XRP Las Vegas 2023. The camaraderie is remarkable and an amazing feeling in person versus Twitter. This community has stood by and supported Team Ripple as we fought the good fight. I can't adequately express my gratitude." And Anders has an interesting tweet. "We are thousands today. One day we will be millions." Because again, the way I see it, the crypto community is only going to keep increasing. And in that regard, the XRP community as well. But things like Stellar as well. Guys, I'm so bullish on many crypto projects. It's just, you got to time it correctly when you go heavily into what and when you're going to heavily keep up with all the updates. Because Stellar, for example, it's just been on a little lower pit. You know, if you're cooking something, you keep some on the big stove and some of those small little pits potentially. The power of SCP-24, one of the most popular Stellar ecosystem proposals. Quote, "Let's imagine a migrant worker in the US wants to send a portion of her earnings home to her family in the Philippines. She could visit a Stellar anchor with a retail location, convert US dollars into Circle's fully reserved dollar digital currency, USDC. She could then send the USDC to her family in the Philippines and have them pull out PHP at MoneyGram location in their neighborhood." And what they're talking about here is how Stellar's ecosystem is actually thriving and growing as we speak. It's just that you don't hear about it too much on the forefront right now, but they're still building. And with Ripple, I see it the same way. They're building massively in the background. You're just not noticing it. And for the most part, that's because of this crypto regulation barrier. Right now, as I said, over in New York, they're looking into some new crypto regulations. Everywhere in the world, they're looking for new crypto regulations, but it's all just so vague. Article interesting. Prominent hedge fund North Rock Digital founder calls Ethereum unquestioned arena for almost all large players. Whenever I read articles like this, it makes me think, because he's basically giving Ethereum the props up, but I've been using Ethereum for a little while, and it's freaking dumb. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys are into the meme coin thing, but if you are, you know the freaking gas fees are stupid. I've paid I think over $3,000 by now in gas fees in the last couple of days, because every single swap is like, let's say 70, 60, 85, $100. It's just so dumb. And so is Ethereum good? It's the field right now, but there's so much more that's going to grow. And I keep thinking, if only regulations were clear, even coins like Algorand could be popping off a little bit better, because even those got jabbed right now by the SEC. You might pick up a counter argument of saying, oh, but Algorand didn't do good before. Well, the thing is, Ethereum doesn't have proper regulation, proper regulatory clarity. Algorand doesn't. All these other platformers don't. And I honestly think it's what's keeping the whole ecosystem as a whole back, because the big money, they're touting here that, again, it's a big area. The big money still can't really enter this platformer ecosystem. You know, a lot of banks, they're probably already working with these different cryptos, companies, whatever, to figure stuff out to build on or build with. But think about it. Right now, Ripple's in talks for building CBDCs on top of some of their products. I personally think that there would be so much more of that if just the rules were a little bit more clear. And I honestly think, even though I'm extremely bullish on Ethereum, that if the rules were a little bit clearer, that a lot of money would flow out of it to better ecosystems or better platformers. But it's just that Ethereum has the most certainty and the biggest community right now. But that's surely something that could change over time. The point that I'm making here is, even something as big as this that gets praise all across the board, it still is ridiculously unclear, and it's just sometimes funny. All right, a little side note. The U.S. Justice Department is investigating Binance for violating Russian sanctions. That's also something that's going on. And again, that's also something in the background. There's massive amounts of fear over every single crypto exchange. Right now, I'm working with BitGet, by the way, a little side note, to give away $500 worth of Pepe. So just the first 50 people that make a trade, that sign up with the link down below and make a trade, will all get themselves a part of the $500 that I'm giving away. A link for that will be down below, but I might forget to put a special link down. But just sign up with the link down below and you'll get. So just check it out, link down below for that. And like I said, guys, I've just been buying a lot of these different altcoins. This one, I got in pretty early, pretty happy, and I'm just continuing to buy because I think, again, the way they've got things set up, it's just so, it's such an interesting world, guys. It's such a vibrant world of things. But the way they got themselves set up, I just think if I just keep on buying, it's still going to do amazing. Again, I don't do all this with life-changing money, because I personally think it should be fun money that you're playing with. But people is something that I'm buying, if you guys wanted to know. One of the ones that I'm also buying is Pizza. Why? Because again, there's right now so many rumors of exchange listings happening. And as we've seen with Pepe and a couple of others, the moment that it does happen, usually the price does pretty well. So I've got a pretty sizable chunk in this crypto as well. And yeah, Pepe is already so high up. You're not going to make as many gains, but people have compared it to Shiba, saying there's still a lot of gain potential with all those. I don't want to sit here for too long bragging about it all or blabbering on about it too much. Just want to give you guys a quick little thoughts about it. And that's about it. Make sure you press the like button if you enjoyed the video. See you guys later in another one.